What type of media do you prefer? TV, newspapers, radio, online media, social networks?
I prefer and probably consume mostly social media, but I prefer print media. Just seems to be longer form. You know, I like long stories that give a lot of detail.
Social media, most likely. I don't really watch TV.
I'm not really a media person, but I would prefer internet and social networking. That's pretty much it.
TV, social networks, and online.
Probably online media. I get most of my news from stuff like Vice or Facebook or Twitter.
Do you think that some mainstream news media are trying to brainwash people?
Brainwash is a strong word, but I think that, yeah, mainstream media has a narrative or story that it wants to enforce and tell people. It's set up to sell products, not to inform people and to empower people, and that is, in a way, brainwashing, yeah.
With some stuff, yes. I don't think everything they report is necessary, no.
Definitely. That's why I'm not tuned into like TV and internet and things like that. I just filter what I wanna see. That's why I use the internet mostly.
I mean, that's an interesting question. Yes and no, definitely, but I don't think New Yorkers get brainwashed that easily, so.
Yes. You know, with online media, there's such a big outlet for people to say whatever they want. You know, a million people reading the same story in under a minute. People are going to retain that information for maybe another 5 minutes. Another 5 stories are going to come out the same day, and they're going to be the exact same thing. Pretty soon people start believing that. It doesn't even have to be true. I think large media outlets have a kind of a agenda to fill. There's most online news, and that's funded by major news organizations, multimedia organizations. They're sponsored by advertisers, so these guys pay them to say what they want, and we eat it up because it's online. We'll read anything that's online. So,
what are your top 3 favorite TV shows?
Oh God, top 3 favorite TV shows. I hardly. You know what I actually really enjoy? There's a show on Fox called Bob's Burgers. It's an animated show. I really enjoy that. I embarrassingly enough like Downton Abbey, and let's see. Oh, Idiot Abroad. It's a show on BBC. It's off the air now, I think, but I really loved that show when it was on there. Yeah.
I don't watch TV, so I suck at this. But from what the media says, Scandal, Orange is the New Black, and I don't know what third.
TV shows, mostly sports. I don't really watch TV shows.
Top 3. I love Channel 13, so I watch Masterpiece Classic on that. That's a New York channel. Bravo, pretty much anything on Bravo, like, you know, the reality shows. And then I also like Grey's Anatomy.
Probably The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. Number 3 is close. Is it on anymore? No, it's. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go say American Dad. Just like.
What kind of information is more favorable for the good ratings of the different types of media? Positive or negative?
Everyone says negative, but I'm going to disagree because it just seems like there's so much negative out there now. It's positive, such a change that I really think people support positivity now.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it really depends on what you're looking to get from media in general. So some people have a negative view and some have a positive.
Definitely positive.
It could be a combination. Do you mean like if the media is rated negatively, is that giving them a lot? It's if they're notorious can be good and bad. Do you know what I mean?
Negative, always negative.
What changes would you like to see in mainstream media?
Oh, I would love to see a shying away from celebrity culture and focusing on like international politics. I'd like people to actually go in depth and study and get informed about who are the people in power making decisions, as opposed to this just kind of reiterating of ideas and debates over things that are really facts and things that we get debates about abortion and debates about global warming, but we don't get talks about what people in major political powers and how their decisions are affecting day-to-day life. And that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see more coverage on that.
More news, more world news. Like, everybody doesn't need to know about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's wedding on like CNN. So I think more important things besides, celebrity lifestyles.
A lot more positive. I like to see, that's why I don't watch TV a lot, because it's mostly negative. I like to see a lot more positive.
I, particularly living in New York and with American media, I'd like it to be a lot more global, because for my news, I still go to BBC America, because I find the American news very boring.
Maybe a little more human interest stories, go after things that are actually happening to people, housing crisis, jobs crisis, exactly who's suffering and what's happening after that.